Hello, Grable Student Ministry, small group leaders. Thanks for taking time to watch this video. This is an update video from last night and for this week. We had a great night last night. If you weren't able to be there for any reason, please head to our YouTube page. You can watch, or our YouTube channel, you can watch the programming from last night. Kevin and I were on stage. We were talking about evangelism and discipleship. We gave the students a very direct and intentional challenge for the week. And we're just excited to see what's going to come from the programming last night. So make sure to check that out if you missed it. Hey, another announcement. We had a meeting last night, a small group leader meeting. There are some important things that we pointed out there that we just want to make sure that we're allowing you to know here. If you weren't there, or if you were, it's a reminder. Next week, we start a new series. It's called Loving Others, right? It's all about loving others. And we're super excited to be able to dive into this series. Michael and myself are going to be teaching for middle school for myself and high school for Michael. And we're going to be diving into this idea of loving, how we can feel love and know that we're loved before we can love others. We're super excited about that. There is one important thing that we need to make you aware of. The schedule is just a very little different. Okay, so downstairs, middle school will start in the youth basement. When normally we go from 7:30 or 7 to 7:30, we're actually going to go from 7 to 7:40 because our downstairs basement time will include worship. Worship is going to be different. High school, you're going to be in small groups just 10 minutes longer than usual, and then you'll come down and you'll have the same exact setup. For worship, we're doing it differently. We're not going to meet actually in the gym. We're not going to have Lee or Mika lead us in worship. We're going to actually add worship to our experience down in the youth basement when it's message time. So either after message or before message. We're going to have all the lights off in the youth basement. We're going to have lyric videos on the screen from YouTube, and we're going to try and worship together that way. We're going to see if we can just, again, add one more way that we can worship together, see how people like it, how the students enjoy it, and see if we can't add that into the mix of worship experiences in GSM. Just trying to keep things lively and to keep things changing so that we can make sure there's some momentum moving forward. So that's next week. Just know that 7 to 7:40-ish. Middle school is down here in the basement doing message and worship. High school is in their small group rooms, and then they switch. And middle school will be in small group from 7:40 to 8:15, 8:20-ish. And high school will be down here doing their worship and message time as well. That's the big announcement for next week. The schedule is just very little different. Be on the lookout for small group leader questions that will come very shortly for next week, as well as we finalize those with Michael being gone and things like that. One more announcement that we need you to know. You've got to send in some of your information for the March 3rd all small group night. We're having another all small group night. We're excited about that, but you've got to get some of your information into Nancy. Text, email, call, whatever you need to do to get her what you're doing for that night, your group, in case you need anything here at the church, in case you need anything from us as leadership that we can supply you or help you with. Please make sure you let her know what you're doing. Whether you need us or not, we need to know what your group is doing that night so we can be aware, so we can tell other people. Make sure you're starting to plan those things, getting your students involved, knowing, helping them know what they're going to be doing that night, that we're not maybe on campus, on site, but that you might be elsewhere. Just start to think about those things together. And lastly, we're just super pumped, super thankful for you. CDYC is around the corner. We are planning on going to CDYC. Please start to keep the dates open. And at the end of June, middle school and high school will be the end of June camp. We're super excited for that, but keep that on your calendar and start to announce to your students and get excitement going for that, as we're super pumped to keep the momentum flowing for that event coming up in the summer. We love you guys. Thanks for taking some time to watch this and being reminded of all the important things going on here in the GSM world. We love you. We're praying for you daily, and we're so thankful for you.